Now let's talk about ways to make your own custom alphas within ZBrush. One really easy way to do that is just to use alpha and then grab doc, and that will go ahead and grab your alpha. Now once you have that alpha selected, you can go to alpha up here and you can see there is a add to spotlight button. So now we've just added that alpha to our spotlight. You can go ahead and delete that out of there if we want to. Let's go ahead and rearrange these here. And of course you can do this with any object, so if you want to you can hit W, that goes into move mode, and then we can go to BI brush insert. Let's grab IMM toolkit. And the reason I go into gizmo mode is because I can just cycle through all these and I can just grab any one of these shapes here. So let's say I want to make an alpha out of this shape here. So I'm going to go hit Q to go back into draw mode. Now in this case, if I go to alpha, grab doc, number one, it makes an alpha a size that's bigger than you need to. It makes it 1275 by 810. And also you're going to see it has a gradient from white to black. When we use this, so if we go up here to alpha, let's say add that to spotlight. If we make a piece of geometry with this and we do snapshot, you're going to see it completely disregards that gradient. It's essentially on or off when you're using spotlight modeling, so it's not a huge deal. If you were so inclined, you can take this intensity and you can kind of play around with that a little bit if you want to do that, but it's not really necessary. Another method you could do if you just want to make it a 512. So let's go ahead and go into solo mode here. Let's go ahead and select our original one here. Another method you could do is if you go in here to alpha, you can say from mesh, and it'll give you this right here. So you can frame it, you can zoom out a little bit, you can move this thing around, and then once you're done, you can hit OK, and that'll go ahead and frame your alpha. Again, if you want to completely get rid of that gradient, you can hold down Control Shift, go to clip curve, and you can just clip this back to a flat plane like so. So now, when you go to alpha from mesh, it'll go ahead and make that all white here. So I'm going to just kind of back that off a little bit and say OK, and you can see the size was already 512. So now we just need to simply go in here, say add to spotlight. Now we have a nice clean alpha we can make new geometry from. So let's go ahead and delete this one, and we'll delete that one. And then we have our object here. Another alternative, you can go up here to document, let's turn off proportional, and let's say 512 by 512, hit enter, hit resize, hit Control N to clear your canvas, and let's go select a black color here, and then go into your document and tap back. That'll fill this with black, and then select the white color, drag out your object here, go into edit mode, go ahead and frame the object however you'd like, switch your shader to a flat color, then you go here to texture, grab doc, and then texture, make alpha, and then alpha, add to spotlight. Alternatively, you can drop it to your canvas, go to Simple Brush, grab your MRGB Z grabber, just go ahead and grab all that information. That'll grab your depth and your texture. You can still convert that to alpha, and then there you go. You have your alpha. Also, like we did earlier, you can go to texture import, and you can just import a JPEG or a PSD of anything you've created externally. So for example, we have this PavMic JPEG. You just need to make sure that you go and select that and then say add to spotlight, and there you go. Now you can use this to create geometry as well.